Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Well, if it isn't Ranger X and Simp. He just had 4 cups of that Italian coffee. He's a little bit twitchy. And knowing, and knowing your persuasion for robbing and stealing, we thought we'd stop by. Hanging out with this larcenist variety of white trash. No, we got larceny from This Is Larceny. Don't lay guilt on me. And they fucked up the names because I had the script. Um, you well, back then you could get the movie scripts. You could probably still get them, but we had to pay for them back in the day. It's not Ranger Rex, it's Ranger X. Because if you look at his hat, he's got the two. I think they're two shotguns that are crossed, and it looks like an X. And the second cop's name was Simp. I didn't know that, but I guess that's what it is. His name was Simp. It's short for Simpson. If you look at the movie script. What else? And the name Rex, I got that from a lot of things. If you ever watch those old cowboy movies, there's always someone named Rex. And I got it from the game Wasteland. And also I got Rex from, that was the name of my processor. I had Tanner. I had a bunch of computers back then. One was called Tanner. One was called Rex. And if you get benchmarking software, you could still do it. You can find out the architecture name of your computer. The microchip has an architecture name. The board does. The operating system has a code name, they call it. But it's just an architecture name if you download some benchmarking material, and you can find out. Because if you're trying to learn coding, you can see in some of the Windows coding that they'll refer to the architecture, and they'll say, Tanner is, they got really weird fucking code. Like Tanner is trying to push a job. Tanner is trying to flop this job and push a job, and it's just weird. It's weird computer code. Some of it, back on Windows ME, went back to the fucking 60s from Xerox and IBM, Intelligent Business Machines. That's where I got all that weird shit. Is that what you're talking about? Because or are you talking about Simps and Pimps? But no, his name was Ranger X, not Ranger Rex. And what about Depeche? It means hurry up in French, doesn't it? What you going out buying all my fucking all my favorite movies to study them and shit? Yeah, dude, we wrote songs about. I'm highly influenced by some movies, and so was my band. I ain't going back inside. That's what Billy said, but I ain't going back there. And Fry, I guess you could say that might be from that. He's talking about the electric chair, but when I was talking about Fry, I was talking about. Well, never mind what I was talking about, but I mean, never mind what I was talking about. You don't need to know that. But I was also referring to my old drummer whose screen name on AOL Instant Messenger used to be Ready to Fry. Because Tupac had an album Ready to Die. And, MOD had just put out their album Seasoning the Obese. And they were hearkening back to Slayer saying, "Do you want to die?" But in Seasoning the Obese, he said, "The apple of my eye is an apple in your mouth. The king and I shall feast as we season the obese. Do you want to fry?" So that's what some of that means. The rest I can't tell you what it means.